Hello student, welcome to economic class. Today we'll discuss utility chapter number 2, your NCERT book from microeconomics, class 11th commerce, microeconomics. Chapter number 2, theory of consumer behavior. Chapter number 2, theory of consumer behavior. We'll discuss this one and how from utility we'll get utils. Utility is the one satisfying power of a commodity. Suppose I have taken this big pani puri. If you are taking one pani puri, first in chapati, means you are getting 10 utility. If you are getting taking second, then you are getting 8 utility. You are getting 8 utility. If you are taking third number, then you are getting here 6 utility. If you are taking 4 then you are here getting 4 number of utils or utility. If you are taking here fifth number, then you are taking 2 number of utils, and if you are taking 6 number, then here you are getting 0, and this one if you are taking, it means -2. So in utility you should not go up to minus, and this is 10, 8, 18, 6, 24, 24, 28, 28 and 20, 30 plus 0 minus 30, 28 total. This is the total utility you are getting. Okay, total utility you are getting like this. We'll thoroughly discuss. How it is cardinal approach and ordinal approach we'll discuss. So look, this is utility. The term utility refers to the one satisfying power of a commodity. The term utility refers to the one satisfying power of a commodity. So utility means the commodity has the power to satisfy wants, human wants. Further, a commodity has the power to satisfy wants, so that the want satisfying power of a commodity. Utility is the want satisfying power of a commodity. A consumer is one who buys goods and service for satisfaction of wants. A consumer is one who buys goods and services for satisfaction of wants and preserving the rank system. Okay, as utility we have two types. One is total utility, another one utility two types. One is total utility, TU, okay, broadly known as TU, and another one is marginal utility, broadly known as MU. Okay, so now here we'll discuss measurement of utility. Measurement of utility will discuss two type of measurements are there. two great economists, Alfred Marshall and J.R. Hicks, uh, have different opinion regarding the utility. So Marshall believed that, first we'll take the opinion of the Alfred Marshall. Marshall believed that we can measure satisfaction in the term of cardinal approach, a cardinal number. So this is two type approach. One is cardinal approach. Cardinal approach. Cardinal approach, number one, and number two is ordinal approach. Number two is ordinal approach. Ordinal approach. Okay. Number two is ordinal approach. This one. Number two is ordinal approach. So in cardinal approach, Marshall given his opinion regarding the utility. Marshall believed that we can measure satisfaction in terms of cardinal numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Those when you consume a cup of tea, you consume a cup of tea, you can express your satisfaction as equal to 2 units or util or 3 unit or utils. This is called the cardinal measurement of utility. This is called the cardinal measurement of utility by Marshall. It is the opinion and statement of Marshall. Then contrast to uh, Marshall, J.R. Hicks given his statement and opinion. He believes J.R. Hicks believes that satisfaction utility can only be ranked as high or low. It cannot expressed. It cannot express in terms of units or utils. Thus, what you can say is that a cup of tea given you get greater satisfaction than a cup of coffee. Then a cup of coffee. If what you can say is that a cup of tea gives you greater satisfaction than a cup of coffee. You cannot say that a cup of tea gives you 3 unit of utility and a cup of coffee give you 2 units of utility. You can only express high and low satisfaction. How much satisfaction you got, that you can imagine and you can say that is high and low according to the Hicks. This is called the ordinal measurement of utility. Ordinal measurement of utility. So now look, this is picture a cup of tea and coffee. Cup of tea and coffee. This is tea and this is coffee. Tea and coffee. Okay, which one is giving more satisfaction? You can imagine it high and low or as a cardinal 1 and 2. Okay, that is depend upon the consumer consuming the product and commodity. But in according to Hicks, here we can rank satisfaction like we can uh, rank satisfaction like high and low. Greater satisfaction or low satisfaction, we can say. So utility two types, one is total utility and another one is marginal utility. So first one will discuss total utility. It is the sum of all the utilities that a consumer derives from the consumption of a certain amount of commodity. This is the meaning of utility, total utility. It is the sum of all the utilities A consumer derives from the consumption of a certain amount of a commodity. Mathematically, this is total utility n equal to marginal utility 1 plus marginal utility 2 plus dot dot plus marginal utility, and we can extend this way and add. Okay, 10 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0, 10, 18, 24, 28, 30. Like this, we can add the total utility. Total utility. Okay, this is total utility. Then now we'll discuss marginal utility. This is marginal utility. Second part, marginal utility. It is additional made to the total utility as consumption is increased by one more unit of the commodity. This is the meaning of the marginal utility. It is addition made to the total utility as consumption is increased by one more unit of the commodity. And mathematically, this is mathematically marginal utility n equal to total utility n minus total utility n minus 1. This is the formula of total utility, or m marginal utility n equal to change in total utility upon change in quantity, or change in total utility upon change in x. This is the formula of marginal utility. So here we'll find out the total utility schedule by using the formula like total utility n equal to, sorry, total utility marginal. Okay, we can find it here. Marginal utility n equal to total utility n minus total utility n minus 1. This is the formula. Suppose here 0 to 0 0, there is nothing changes. 0 to 1 quantity changes, means this one. Okay, 0 means total utility n minus 1, and total utility n is here 2. In 1 here, look, so here in total utility we can look here 8. 8 is the total utility, so 8 minus 0, then you can get 8, marginal utility 8, this one. In this way, then here look, total utility n 2 minus 1 here, 2 minus 1, or here this one, this is the previous and this is current. Okay. Here 14 minus 8, then you can get 14 minus 8 means 6. Okay, in this way you can put this all up to 0, and you cannot negative. And another formula also you can use, that is marginal utility n equal to change upon 10 tu upon 10 q. Look here, 0 to here look, this one, 19 to 23 changes. This is 24, not 26. 90. Okay. Oh, no, 23. Okay. 26 to 20 three changes here. 26 to 23 changes here, means you can mention according to this formula here. 26 minus 23 equal to 3. The change in total utility here 3 upon, look here, in, okay, 4 and 5. Here 5 minus 4, 5 minus 4 is 1, means 1. So answer will be 3. So in any formula you can use and make it clear. Okay, for the formula already we have discussed. This was the formula, and now we'll move to next. Relationship between total utility and marginal utility curve or diagram. This is total utility of X, and see the total utility curve is increasing at increasing rate up to the saturation point or satiate point. Satiate point. Satiate point. Satiate point. Or total utility is here maximum, and later the total utility start to falling. We'll make relationship here. Marginal utility is here, and marginal utility relation to total utility. Here marginal total utility is maximum and marginal utility is 0. If total utility is start to decrease or decline, then marginal utility will negative. Marginal utility will negative. Here marginal utility is 0. If marginal total utility is maximum, then marginal utility is 0. If total utility start to falling, marginal utility will negative. So it was the diagram of the relationship of total utility and marginal utility. Then see the relationship. If okay, total utility curve start from origin, increase at decreasing rate, reaches a maximum point and start falling. Okay, already we have discussed. And marginal utility is 0 when total utility maximum. This also already we have discussed. You have to recall these things. The question will come from here. When total utility curve is falling, marginal utility curve is negative. Look here. When total utility curve is falling, then marginal utility curve is negative here. This one, this is the negative point. Negative. Then the falling of marginal utility curve show law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility, and total utility curve is concave. Total utility curve is concave. Marginal utility curve is downward sloping, remain on x-axis. So it was the relationship of marginal utility and total utility. Now we will discuss diminishing the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law stated that as a consumer consume more and more unit of a commodity, marginal utility derived from each successive unit goes on diminishing. Okay, this is the definition. You have to by heart or recall this thing. It will helpful to you in writing in any examination. The law stated that as consumer is consume more and more unit of a commodity, marginal utility derived from each successive unit goes on diminishing. And an example given here, unit of Apple consume and marginal utility from Apple we can get utils, and total utility from Apple we can get utils. Here, if 1 unit of Apple consumed, then you are getting 10 unit of marginal utilities, its util, and total utility also 10. If we are taking two unit of Apple consume, if we are consuming 2 unit of Apple consuming, then we are getting 8 unit or 8 utils of marginal utility from that Apple, and total utility you are getting here 10 plus 8 means 18 utility. You are getting we are getting 18. Then if we are consuming 3 units of Apple, then we are getting 6 unit of marginal utility, and total utility we are getting 24 unit of utility from the Apple. And if we are consuming 4 unit of Apple, then we are getting 4 unit of marginal utility and 28 unit of total utility from the Apple. And if we are getting 5 unit of uh, 5 unit of Apple consume, then marginal utility we are getting from that Apple is 2, and the total utility here it will 30. So in this way, the total utility is the law of diminishing marginal utility, law of diminishing marginal utility. A consumer would not like to go beyond zero marginal utility, and this law of diminishing marginal utility stated by Alfred Marshall. Then consumption, sorry, assumption of law of diminishing marginal utility. Standard unit of measurement use, your standard unit of measurement use, homogeneous commodity is there, continuous consumptions are there, mental and social condition of the consumer must be normal, and it is behavioral rational or behavior rational. This one, the assumption of law of diminishing marginal utility. Some of the cases law of diminishing marginal utility is not affected, like getting money and taking alcohol, like this. Then as assumption of total utility, assumptions of utility only. Okay, assumptions of utility. First one, utility can be measured in monetary term. Consumers income is given, price of commodity are given and remain constant. Constant marginal utility of money, it was the assumption of total utility. Then now we'll discuss next consumer equilibrium. In consumer equilibrium, marginal utility X upon marginal utility M equal to Px. The total gain fall as more is purchased after this one. And this is the diagram of consumer equilibrium. This is the diagram of consumer equilibrium. Look, this is x-axis quantity of commodity X, and this is y-axis quantity of, or sorry, price of X. This is quantity of commodity X and price of X. Price of X written in y-axis, and quantity of commodity okay, written on or shown on y as x-axis. So P to Px, this is the price, and this is marginal utility curve, and where both price and marginal utility curve are intersect in the point of E center here. Okay, the consumer is consuming O to this level of quantity taking, and here the consumer is getting the equilibrium marginal utility x equal to the price of x, commodity x, taking from this point and paying this amount of money and getting here the marginal utility, and the consumer is getting the total equilibrium point in this point. Okay, so next, law of equimarginal equilibrium or equimarginal utility. This is out of syllabus in 11th commerce, but helpful to you for supplementary knowledge. Law of equimarginal utility stated that the consumer will distribution his money income between the goods in such a way that the utility derived from the last rupee spent on each good is equal. The law of equimarginal utility stated that the consumer will distribution. The consumer will distribution his income. Consumer will distribution his income between between the goods in such a way that the utility derived from the last rupee spent on each good is equal. So that is the marginal. Okay, equimarginal utility, and this is the diagram of equimarginal utility. Okay, look here. This is marginal utility x upon px, and here marginal utility. This is the diagram of marginal utility x upon px, and this is the marginal utility y upon py. Okay, and this is equilibrium point. This one equilibrium point, marginal utility x upon px equal to marginal utility y upon py, and here this point, this is the point, this is the loss of utility. Here loss of utility, the consumer not getting utility here. Okay, R1 up to S1, the OQ1. Look here, OQ1, these two things. OQ1 is total income. OQ1 is total income. Marginal utility x equal to marginal utility curve for good x. For good x, this marginal utility, this is mu x is for good x, and marginal utility equal to marginal utility curve for good y. For good y, if good y is there and good x is here, and E point, this E point is marginal utility x upon px equal to marginal utility y upon y. Then we are saying the equilibrium point is here equal to OR1 ES1 O1. This is the equimarginal utility of equilibrium. Then equality of the marginal rate of substitution and the ratio of the price. If the budget line is tangent to an indifferent curve at a point, the absolute value of the slope of the indifferent curve at marginal rate of substitution and that of the budget line or price ratio are same at the point. So here equality of the marginal rate of substitution, equality of the marginal rate of substitution and the ratio, not this, ratio of the price. If the budget line is tangent to an indifferent curve at a point, absolute value of the slope of indifferent curve at marginal rate of substitution and that of the budget line or price ratio are same at the point. This is the equality of the marginal rate of substitution and the ratio of the prices. Then some of the examples for here. Look here. Let mu x, marginal utility x equal to 20, px equal to 4, marginal utility y equal to 25, and py means 5. Solution. The equilibrium is struck when marginal utility x upon px equal to marginal utility y upon y equal to marginal utility m. The substituting the value, we find that 20, according to this formula, 20 upon 4 equal to 25 upon 5. Then 4 and 20 cancel 5, and 5 and 5 5 and 25 cancel 5, means 5 equal to 5 equal to 5. The answer is 5, implying that the consumer is in a state of equilibrium. Here. But in second example, look here. Let mu x equal to 25 and px is 5, mu y, marginal utility y equal to 30, and py equal to 5. Solution. Marginal utility m is not given here. According to the consumer will be in a state of equilibrium where marginal utility x upon px equal to marginal utility y upon py. According to this, marginal utility of m is not given here, so that the substituting the value, we find 25 upon 5 less than 30 upon 5, so that this is implying that the consumer is not in a state of equilibrium. So consumer is here not getting the not getting equilibrium. So it was the utility we have gone through. You just read and try to answer. Very interesting topic, and it will helpful to your examination. So it was up to this. So thank you very much. Okay.